everybody, and thank you very much for your time today. And today I'm coming to you from Dillon/Hamer, South Carolina. Yes. Alright guys, before we get into it, let's check out an upcoming video. Alright, so as you just saw, we were right down the street from south of the border, and there's the Sombrero Tower, and there is the massive sign right along Route 95. And guys, we are standing right next to some of the very old motel rooms. We are going to check those out in an upcoming video, so make sure you subscribe and set your notifications. And maybe also play in the playground for a few moments, but definitely stay tuned because this is going to be a great video for south of the border. Alright, so we are back down the street at what is possibly an old slot joint for slots, but most recently it was Dr. Tom's Leather South and possibly Hot Rod Saloon. If anybody knows what this location was through the years, please, please, please let me know. I am very curious. And in this video, you are going to see wasps. Yes! You're going to see smashed glass. Yes! You are going to see caved-in roof and also a blown-out back window and doors, everything in the back of this property. Yes! Guys, this property is an absolute mess. Looks decent-ish from the front, like maybe it could take a weed whacker, maybe it could take a lawnmower, but just so fascinated by this entire place being covered in mirrors. So that's why I think maybe it was a social club back in the day, maybe it was a video slot place, but as we get a little closer here, you'll see that there was like kind of a lot of DIY homemade work here, and oh my god, look at what is going on the inside now. From the other side, the back of the property, you're going to be even more wowed. It obviously looks like vandals have come in and ruined the property, but more than vandals, I think Mother Nature has actually taken over the property. The doors are in good shape, they're just dirty, but look at this place. And also, this may have been a gentleman's club at some point. It just is really throwing off that vibe. I cannot find any information about this property. It is across the street from the Q Spa, which was a former Castle video slot gaming place. Also, there is another spa or two right next to the Q Spa. So if you're looking for a lovely massage, I guess that's the place to go. Not my gig, but certainly do your thing. Take a look at the mirrors, like in the blue top here. It's almost like maybe it was a used car lot at one point, maybe in the original days, you know. There was the Ford dealership that is right next to south of the border, and then maybe this was the used car lot down the road. I don't know. I doubt it, but I'm just guessing. And again, for anybody that lives in Dillon/Hamer or the state line here for North Carolina, South Carolina on the border, definitely let me know. Another thing that was really curious is you see how this property is kind of dug out, and the venting for the HVAC is all underneath the structure, or on the bottom of the structure, which must have been a real pain because of the rains and the flooding here in South Carolina. That area must have been an absolute swamp underneath the property here, underneath the first floor. I doubt that there was a basement, but typically you do not build a structure and then kind of make it like a pit or like a moat, especially here in the southeast, because it's just going to collect water and it's going to be nearly impossible to keep it dry, and you're going to get a lot of rotting for the structure. The back of the parking lot here is an absolute mess. And take a look. We are about to find some abandoned gold. Yes. You see a corrugated steel back, and I didn't notice it at first, but the windows for the doors, or the glass for the doors, is completely blown out here, and you see all types of wasps flying around. Now the wasps make me think of a recent video from Sal, so shout out Sal and the X-Log, because he recently visited the Penrose Mall and in Reidsville, North Carolina, and that place, check out that video, it was a live video. had thousands and thousands of dead wasps in the back of the JCPenney that was abandoned. Now, I walked past the doors because I was trying to gauge how bad the wasps were. I'm going to go back and we're going to look inside in a moment, so definitely do not leave the video. I was just trying to gauge, again, where all of the bugs and wasps and whatever else, and also if there possibly was somebody that was living or in this structure. This is an absolute safety hazard. Please do not come and go inside this property. The ceiling, as you are about to see from the front, and now we're going to see from the back, is totally caved in. I did not walk into this structure, nor would I suggest anybody walk in. Just the absolute mess of what people have done to the place. And there you see the ceiling, the drop ceiling's totally caved in, the mirrors are all shattered. Just really unfortunate situation that people have to ruin structures like this. But even beyond that, Mother Nature obviously took over. Now they had the doors welded shut, or bolted shut there. That's really not going to do much when the doors are glass, and this being the back of the property, you're really not going to be able to stop vandals, especially in these rural kind of unpopulated areas of Dillon and Hamer. You know, basically once it gets dark, you have no idea who's behind this property, what they're doing. It's an absolute mess back there. And if you want, certainly go back and pause that video, and I will do also, and see the rooftop there with the little points. That makes me think that makes me think that it might have been a Castle Games at one point when video slots were legal here in South Carolina. So as we walk on the side of the property here, again, go back and check out that video. There was so much going on inside this building, I literally could not take it all in. And just really cool place. I'm sure it had a lot of good times. I'm sure there were a lot of folks that partied and or drank themselves into oblivion here at this property. And I want to assume the police probably have been called a few times here. These types of weird buildings here in South Carolina, I love them, and I'll keep on filming them. So hey guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.